Hey, Jules Plus Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. Oh my gosh, people, I am still struggling. Forgive me if I start coughing, choking, sound like I have a smoker cough. It is still post-COVID for me. Yes, I'm COVID-free, but oh my goodness, from the congestion to the chronic asthmatic cough. Oh gosh, I was trying so hard not to use my inhaler, but at some point I have to give in because I'm up all night just hearing my chest crinkle, crinkle, and everything else. It's been really hard. So anyway, I always want to check in with my JBV community. That's Jules Bliss Vegan for those who aren't in the know. And just say what's up, y'all, because I miss you guys. I'm going to just make a very brief video. That's what I told myself. I'm like, just get in there and make it brief. You don't have to do a litany. So first I want to give a shout out to Annie Beard. That's 101 Annie on Instagram for this amazing birthday gift. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you have a December person, they're probably a powder, especially around Christmas. My birthday's 2 days after. I was pouting because I was totally sick with COVID. I missed Christmas, missed my birthday, and, just didn't get to celebrate. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this beautiful calendar came from Annie Beard. And what's cool about it is she made it on Shutterfly. And if you were like in the Tanny Raw Reset, you'll remember. And if you're an 80-10-10 Greens Make You Lean, and if you're interested in that group, you can certainly leave me an instant message and I can add you. But one big thing that we do is you get a calendar and then you put a sticker a day for whatever your objective is, whether it's eating clean, whether it's exercise, whatever it is. And so Annie knew that that would inspire me. And I really struggled this last year. I put on a ton of weight and I definitely needed daily check-in, and she knew it. I was thinking, no, she can't make everybody one, but to be fair, Annie Beard, this could be your new business, hon. Like, honestly. It was so sweet because she really made it inspirational. Like, it literally says, when you feel like quitting, ask yourself why you started. So important. And then what was really great was she went through social media and she found a bunch of inspirational thoughts. But what was really cool about it is she found some of my own personal things on there. And so it was just like, oh my gosh, right? And just really great statements, like own your tomorrow. The best time to work on your health is while you still have it. Can I get an amen? Stuff that I did, like plant-based monomeals, like that's one of mine. I mean, it's just so great. I just love that she absolutely put this together, and it's for the whole year. And let's get to September, and it says all you can change is yourself. But sometimes that change is everything. You're not kidding. And again, some of the meals that I've posted online at different times. I mean, how refreshing is this? I just couldn't believe it. Annie, I'm sure you're watching, and you're such a tremendous blessing to me, but what an amazing surprise, right? Oh, God, like, there could have just been so many things, but this was so personal, and you really took the time, and I'm just super excited, to be motivated and to use it as such a great tool. Okay, anyway, yeah, consider that business. Anyway, I wanted to just share this, and I think I'm using it as the icon of the video. It just depends. But what's interesting about it is that it was actually from Dr. McDougall, a plant-based doctor, right? So Dr. McDougall, who used it in what's called his coloring book, and it's like page 2 from his coloring book, but I actually got it when it was reposted by Ron Krebs, which is Krebs, and Ron Krebs is amazing in himself. I mean, like, he's totally trained and super knowledgeable about health and everything else, and he wrote a bunch of great books recently for Amazon, and each book has a different theme, and a lot of it contains the content of these phenomenal plant-based doctors, which of course he's given full credit to, and then he just built off of their knowledge. So I don't know who I'm taking it from. It's not mine, but I definitely want to share it. And basically, the point is, moderation does not work, okay? Now, some people are going to counter-argue, and you're welcome to counter-argue. But I understand especially for addiction, why it doesn't work. And that just goes back to once the chemicals are in, that changes the microbiome, it changes the blood chemistry, it changes everything, and the body just goes crazy, right? And most people can't make it through the crazy, let's be fair. So this says, forget about being reasonable, sensible, prudent, or moderate. You can't. You must fix the food. And, it's so true. I mean, as a compulsive overeater, as a person who's suffered from food addiction for so much of my life, I have played every possible game on why I can just have a little, why this time won't matter, why other people can do it, and so maybe I can, and hey, at least it's not the whole, fill in the blank. So it reads, moderation does not work for changing life-destroying habits. Life-destroying habits, okay? A cigarette smoker never quit by cutting down. Now, some people are going to say, oh, but actually, I know someone who used the pat. Okay. That's an anomaly. Largely, people just not only have to quit completely, but usually get away from it. Alcoholics do not sober up by switching to beer or wine, though many have tried. I mean, I've been sober 30 years, but I played all the games to begin with. Well, I mean, at least it's not hard alcohol, and I mean, it's only beer, and then, of course, it's only wine. It's like, it's only dead meat. It's only sort of still dead chicken. It's only sort of still very dead fish, but for some reason, people think it's less, right? So interesting. You must treat food poisoning, and that's what it is, right? Eating food-like products, eating food that has chemicals, that has plastics in it, like margarine. I mean, the list goes on and on. You must treat food poisoning with the same good or evil, right or wrong, go or stop, green or red attitude as you would treat drug addiction. One more time. You must treat food poisoning with the same good or evil, right or wrong, go or stop, green or red attitude as you would treat drug addiction. And yeah, I stopped alcohol and I stopped pills. I was a pill gourmet. Like, what combination can I take, and will I wake up or won't I, and all of those things, because it all became way too dangerous. And I've said many times that food is the slowest form of suicide, and one of the most painful by far, right? It's going to take a long time. Those diseases are going to be triggered. They're in place, but you're just not going to die as quickly, most of the time. And also, as is my situation, I have to wear, I'm walking around with the damage, okay? The discomfort of the obesity. It's so awful. And I've done this, gained 100 pounds at least 6 times in my adult life. I was well on my way this past year, like, honestly, just shockingly. So I so get it. So it says, just say no to foods that are poisoning you and your family. And I feel so badly about that because, yes, largely what will stop me from a lot of the nonsense is vegan, okay? Because my brain will run the numbers and just go, okay, you're right. It's not a dead animal, but it's an animal that wishes it was dead because it's being punished, because its baby was taken and killed, because it's, stuck in a 12 by 12 inch, I don't know. I don't even want to, it's not necessarily caged. It can't move. I mean, beaks are chopped off to stop from poking. Tails are chopped off. Like, oh my gosh. So if the animal isn't dead, they wish they were. Let's be fair. Straight up. So every once in a while, I'll justify a byproduct, right? Bovine secretions, which of course is milk from cows. Cardiac arrest, your table's ready, which of course is cheese, and all those other things. I will attempt to justify those with all that negotiating. But when my husband in particular says, can you please make me blank? Can you please pick up blank on the way home? And then after consuming it, ultimately says, thanks so much for taking care of me, hon. And I'm thinking, I didn't take care of you. I put you 6 inches closer to the end game. And will God hold me accountable? Like, I mean, I get it. It's a tricky world. And ultimately, yes, we're largely only in charge of ourselves. Like, that's what we can control the most. But we definitely affect others, and what we choose affects others. So just say no to foods that are poisoning you and your family. No negotiating. And again, note to self. Note to self. All right, my friends, like if you like joining, if you haven't subscribed, let me know in the comments below how I may support you. Thanks again to Annie Beard. Such a blessing. That was just a joy. And until we talk again, my friends, keep sharing so that you can have the courage to just say no to the stuff that is your detriment. And you're still breathing, and therefore, there's hope.